Well, load your plans if you wanna make him laugh. Cause when I told him mine, I had him rolling on his back. Raised my fist up and I cursed him straight to hell. And with the fire in his eyes, he said, boy, you better watch yourself. Hey, sorry. What's up, everybody? I'm just trying to remember this really old song of mine. Things I'm doing a little different. I'm trying to work in some new spots for like sponsorships and whatnot, just to, you know, leave open the space for a paid sponsorship when there is people who are interested in that. So I guess this is a great time for me to say thanks so much to our sponsor, which is my new record, Cosmic Cannon Fodder. Here to deliver some messages and information about that is me from an alternate reality where I'm just really, really aggressive. Have you bought a copy of my new record on vinyl yet? Have you bought a copy yet? No? How many times I gotta post on fucking Instagram to get you to fucking buy my record? I got these special edition vinyl. I got them made specifically for you. Yeah? Limited edition. What the fuck are you doing? Wanted to put out a video on my birthday, which is tomorrow. Around this time of year, every year I get nostalgic. Start thinking about aging, time passing, the typical cliche birthday stuff. Thinking a lot about like where I was at a year ago. I was in France. There's only a couple dozen left. Why don't you don't want one? It's got the translucent green vinyl. Looks great, looks almost like turquoise. Yeah. And then on the back, gold. Gold, I mean not real gold, but gold. Gold numbers saying which number out of 100 that you got. Was I in France a year ago? Well, on my birthday I was in France. But yeah, I've also been thinking a lot lately about how I thought the year was gonna go when it started and how it's gone. And I can't believe it's almost September. It doesn't feel like that much time has happened, but also I've done enough stuff where it's like, yeah, that much time's definitely happened. I think I mentioned this in my last video. I wasn't supposed to be traveling as much, and so I thought I'd have a lot of time at home to be focusing on the album release. Then I'd just be able to be in New York and just spend some time here and just enjoy the city and try and get more involved in the music scene here in the city I live in. Middle of February, found out things were changing with work, and I was actually gonna be on the road a bunch. I was pretty much gone from March until the beginning of August. And I was home for a couple weeks here and there, get back in town, have some time to rehearse with the band, have to get my life settled, and then get ready to leave for work. It was just crazy. It was insane. It's just not at all what I thought the year was going to be, and not what I had planned. Well, load your plans if you want to make them laugh. I thought I was just going to have time to focus on the album release, to do the specific, really focused stuff that I wanted to do. Oh, how different it ended up going. Well, load your plans. But, you know, I just ran out of time. A few weeks ago when I got back from this last tour, I found out things were changing again with work, and so I wasn't going to be traveling as much the rest of the year. Now that I've been back and I've had some time to kind of decompress, it's actually been really, really nice. And I've been putting a lot of stuff off all year. I've just been avoiding any sort of connection in New York City besides like the place I live and making sure Banjo's taken care of and he's living a good life, and everything else was just secondary. When I'm on the road that much, I just feel like a ghost and like I'm not grounded at all. And it can be difficult in a lot of ways, physically and mentally. Okay, let me guess. You're one of those minimalist people. You don't got nothing to listen to CDs or vinyl on. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna buy a special edition vinyl from charlesellsworthmusic.com or find me on Bandcamp. You're gonna buy one, you're gonna send it to your fucking dad. He's gonna love it. You're gonna say, Dad, I think you're gonna love this record. Your dad's gonna become a huge fan. Maybe we'll get married. You'd be fucking lucky to have me as your fucking stepdad. You'd be fucking lucky. The album release show at Baby's Alright, we had like so many things working against us. It had rained that day, so it was really muggy, but it was also one of the hottest days of the year, so it was really humid and not a great day to be out and about. And we were playing the late show on a Sunday, so we didn't go on stage till like 11, and then we showed up the day of the show and found out the AC had broken the day before and it wasn't gonna be fixed until the next week. And so that was kind of like, damn. Ended up being a great night. Like my buddy Blake, my producer of Cosmic Cannon Fodder, he flew in. It was just awesome, really memorable night, and like the community and the homies and friends, people just all came through, and that was really cool. I'm looking back on the rest of the year, even though I've been really stressed at times and felt very, very beat up at times, it's all been such cool, positive shit. You know, I'm gonna tell you what else you're gonna do. You're gonna fucking stream it, wherever you stream music. You're gonna fucking follow me You're gonna like your favorite songs. You're gonna add your 3 favorite songs to the top playlist that you listen to the most on your commute. You're gonna take your 3 favorite songs, you're gonna put them on the fucking playlist. You got that? Okay. Album release has been very well received. We got a lot of radio play in the UK and Ireland and Europe. Been getting a lot of positive reviews. One of my favorite reviews, the last line in it said, "We may all indeed be cosmic cannon fodder, but Ellsworth is the one holding the match." That's cool to have someone write that about an album I wrote. These days it just kind of feels like 2 weeks after you put out a record, it's old news. Social media and everything makes you just feel like it just doesn't matter after it's been out for more than 2 weeks. And I'm still getting songs added to playlists and radio play, still getting friends and just people I know saying like, hey, I really love the new record. And it's just really cool. There's always things you wish you could do different, but I don't regret any of it, and I'm really proud of the work that I've done and that my friends and I have done. Patreon.com/Charles Ellsworth. That's the next thing you're going to do. You can go to patreon.com/Charles Ellsworth. You're going to sign up. You can start on the free tier. Free tier gets most of the things that I post. You still get access to it. I just want you signed up over there, okay? When I get back from a tour, one of the main things I like to focus on is the Dud Ratio. If you're not familiar with the Dud Ratio, it's a term that I coined back in like 2013 when I was on tour with Trace and Trooper. And the way you find the Dud Ratio is you take all of the duds throughout the entire tour. You know, the shows that just didn't go very well, kind of a waste of everyone's time. You know, that's a dud. And then you take that and put it over the number of total shows throughout the tour. So the one I did earlier this year, I think we had 3 duds on that tour. That was out of 18 total shows. So that's 3 and 18, reduce that to 1 and 6, like a 1 and 6 dud ratio. That's great. Anything better than like a 1 and 4 is a really good dud ratio. Yeah, the tour I just got back from, like I guess we had 1 dud on the tour, and that was mostly because we had to cancel the show in LA because the bar and the booker just were not communicative at all, and we were never given any details about any of it, and so I wasn't able to promote, and it just didn't feel right driving all the way to California from Arizona just to turn around and drive to Utah for, you know, 1 show that far out of the way that we haven't even been able to promote at all. I can explain it till Rockadoodle comes home and fucking does his thing. But a dud's a dud. That was out of 13 total shows, I want to say, on the tour. So like a 1 in 13 dud ratio is, these are the best numbers of my entire career. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know the specifics off the top of my head, but let's just say that there were some years where we had some pretty alarming dud ratios. So it's great to see how much everything's improved. And also like so many of those shows that I've played this year, like I used to get this feeling a lot when I was living in Salt Lake and surrounded by a lot of artists. This is a really special thing to be experiencing right now, and not like in a, oh, I was at Woodstock back in '69. This is a special thing happening in this space and time right now with these people. I used to get that feeling a lot, and I've been getting it a lot on the tours this year. It's not even just when I'm playing, it's like just hanging out with people or like listening to other people that are playing that night. I've been getting that feeling a lot, and that's just amazing. But if you're feeling saucy, you want to throw me some money, be much obliged. Patreon.com/Charles Ellsworth. It was an amazing tour, but also my van's got almost 200,000 miles on it, and I got back from this tour and like I had a blowout in Pennsylvania like the night before I was getting into town. I got home and it turns out my struts were just shot and they had ruined another tire, so I pretty much had to get a bunch of work done on the van, and that cost like $2,000. It's my birthday tomorrow and I turned 38 years old, and you know, my body just isn't what it once was. I drove all the way back from Utah at the end of the tour, and I was fucked up. My back, my shoulder, my legs, my hips, just from driving so much and being in the van. And so getting back from this tour has just been very much like a, not necessarily a come to Jesus moment, but like a, okay, let's take a deep, hard look at everything I'm doing, what I've done throughout the years, what I've done lately, you know, what's been working, keep doing that, what's not working. Okay, let's figure out how to make it work or how to do things differently. And I really want to do this in like almost every aspect of my life, whether it's the layout of my bedroom for creative productivity to like how often I tour. And I also just don't know how to make new fans. I don't know how to find find new people that will enjoy my music. I have like a core of dedicated fans, and it grows slowly but surely, and like all y'all just show up and just support the fuck out of me. It's amazing, and it means the world. I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out how to be more efficient. Majority of my fans and the best shows I play are on the opposite side of the country from where I live. That's all just really inefficient. I want to just look at all of this stuff and be like, okay, how do I make this all work better? Because now being a musician is synonymous with being a content creator. I figured, well, any of these things that I'm examining and trying to do differently in my life, maybe that'd be an interesting video or a Patreon post or whatever, you know, whatever it is. And so I'm kind of going to be doing that along the way, trying to just get my life together and trying to get my music career kind of back on track and just like have some goals. And I have a lot of knowledge from all the years of doing this that I can kind of impart in some of these videos, but also at the same time be like I'm getting old. Like, I don't know the internet. I don't know how things work anymore. Okay, well, time for this old dog to learn some new tricks, start doing things a little different. For fuck's sake, it's just $3. You know, if you have any ideas of like, how do I get new fans? Like, how do I get new people to listen to my music? Or if you were at one of those shows that I played this year, that special feeling I mentioned earlier, like you got that feeling, leave a comment telling me, you know, which show that was. I'd love to hear about that. All that being said, look out for some more videos from me. Thanks so much for watching. Once again, make sure you subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, like the video. Be well, take care of one another. All right, the fuck out of my face. Don't talk to me again until you bought one of them fucking vinyl. You got that? Okay, fuck. See ya.